Matu Wamae was an age mate of my professor of medicine, Professor Maina Mungai. But Professor allowed us to grow and did better medicine than him. He died when he was retired. We want Matu Wamae to retire, Mudaura to retire. If you choose to pick a Meru or a Kikuyu, let it be somebody dynamic, somebody young.
All right.
But probably within that question, within what my colleague has raised, we can expand that question. Let's ask ourselves, how old is Onyango Olo? How old is Mungatana? How old is Taraya or Lekores? How old are they? They're within that list. So, and this is what I'm talking about. You see, you can here, for example, in running of your own institution, you can have absolutely clear, good policy. And start with the live example that we have of the two of you as panelists in this show. How old are you? You know,
20-something.
20 or 30-something. Now, how old are you, Mutegi?
66.
But aren't you delivering
no,
the two of you? No, aren't the two of you a combination that deliver? And that's what we should be saying to this country. That you can mix the young and the old. That blend is what is going to deliver the national phase that he's talking about. National phase is not only in tribes and ethnic blocks. It is also in the ages of our people. Have 80s and 60s and respectively.
You know, it was the bad experience, the bad old days when communities used to be locked out, that we forced the constitution to speak to it. The constitution insists ethnic balance and regional balance. The Luya community is 18% of the population of Kenya. It is the one that follows the Kikuyu community. How can you have? Can I make my point? You wanted ethnicity. I must give you ethnicity. I must give you an ethnicity because you wanted it.
Please do.
Yes. The Luya population at 18% of the population of Kenya. How can it miss out in cabinet, permanent secretaries, parastatal heads, and you expect a politician from that community to keep quiet?
Where is the cabinet secretary for environment?
And what I wanted...
Judy is your wife. We gave the girl to you. We gave the girl, she's married to you people. That is your wife.
And let me tell you one thing that is interesting about politicians when they make decisions and when they speak. Are you amazed at the fact that my colleague here has absolutely, with his people, decided to ignore the appointment of that lady who was appointed, the disabled one.
She's your wife,
the disabled one from Luya. Nobody has ever spoken about her, and it is
she represents a very unique constituency called the disability people.
Do you know the reason why they don't talk about it? Because the appointee is not a politician. If it was a politician from his background who was appointed, they would all be saying, this is a popular person, he is known, he is what, and they would all feel appeased. If you want to truly represent the face and the people of Kenya, loud and praise those unknown ones, those disabled ones from your community. When they are appointed, say yes, that this has been done.
You must know that girl, she earned that position because of coming from a unique constituency called the disability. She did not earn it because of the community she comes from.
But coming from an even bigger community called your community.
But you're speaking about it. Are you telling me, Senator, that it does not disturb you that your cabinet of Jubilee is only made of Kalenjins and Kikuyus and handfuls of Somalis?
That is not true.
Does it not disturb you?
That is absolutely not true.
What kind of Kenyans are you?
Now, I want you to tell me whether Rachel Omamo comes from my community. She does not.
Oh, she says our wife.
I want you to tell me whether Amina Mohammed comes from that community. She does not.
The reason why you can't get away with it, you are giving us the impression it's a gift. It's not a constitutional demand.
As long as we continue to drip down this poison, that picking on one person in a whole team of cabinet, we would only want to highlight and focus on two names that we think we would want to build our case on, and that is what we are doing with this case. But let me rest my case here. As far as the appointments of the parastatal chairpersons are concerned, and as far as the Luya community is concerned, please be patient. There are 150 more appointments yet to be made. They have
My
not been
brother,
made.
you are not the
Now-
appointing
now,
authority.
I know.
I will not be patient. I cannot be patient.
And you
I
know
will
what?
not rest because you want to destabilize Kenya.
And let me tell you, my brother, as long as you are speaking from a point of view where you're looking at the glass as half empty, we can't get this sorted. If this list was on the table and we are saying 190 appointments have been done and there is not a single lawyer, then we would be speaking.
The president has said you are looking at the deal. The rains have not come.
Yes, I heard what Buyu said.
Yes.
Let me tell you, on a serious note, I now want to quote the Deputy President of Kenya.
Yes.
He talked in Nandi, and Nandi and Luyas, we are neighbors, we have intermarried, we hear each other. So he spoke at the funeral of Barangantun a few days ago and said in vernacular, there was a problem with you guys. We control treasury.
He spoke in which vernacular?
We control energy.
He spoke in which
We
vernacular?
control electricity. May I go on? You can always challenge me after I finish. Why do you bother talking about an appointment like the one who controls people who are drunkards? The one of Nakada. Okay? Fine. That is the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. He's saying we control. He's talking about the Kalenjins. Yeah?
Well,
I wanted to think, my brother.
No,
Then he goes and to a function in Bungoma, my community, and tells our people that you are to blame for being left out of government because of your disunity. Who told the Deputy President to unite us?
What was he doing in Bungoma?
He was celebrating the victory of some.
Fine. So are you trying to say
Yes.
that a Deputy President who finds time within his schedule to come to your community and celebrate with you does not have a heart for you?
Indeed, he has the heart to come and eat our food. Our food is very delicious.
Because you see,
He came there because he was angry. He came there because he was angry.
because you see, if there is that enmity or rift that we are talking about, then he would hardly find the time to come. But he was there, in your community, dancing with the people there on ground, celebrating with one of the victors in your local community who managed. And remember, and I think there's one we didn't speak about.
Yes.
Within the show. Actually, what you're trying to allude to, the whole picture of a part of the community, of the Luya community being divided against the other, was created, especially during this campaign of the senator's campaign. And I first want to congratulate my colleague, Mr. Wetangula, Senator Wetangula,
by-election.
on his re-election. Of course, that proves that he's a popular leader within the community, and also proves that the people have confidence in him. Kudos to him. But this impression that there's a division was actually created by yourselves as you led the campaign, because the opponents that they had, in the name of colleagues and fellow Luya men, that is Honorable Musikari Kombo and his team, they are the ones who did the work of labeling him Jubilee and labeling him, you are with those ones and you are with those ones, and that created the division. Other than saying this is our brother who has a right to compete within our community and let the best man win, that should have been the story.
Okay, can I respond? So that you don't make the Luya community look like they owe the nation an apology for that division that we had during the by-election. May I remind you that as a Kikuyu from Kiambu, even during the time when Kenyatta was struggling, Mzee Kenyatta was struggling to become president, you had the collaborators and the ones who were fighting for freedom. It's normal. So in our place, the reason why your man Kombo got into
freedom was Wetangula.
Yes. He was fighting for the same freedoms that we have today. He was fighting for an opportunity.
I have absolute respect for the fact that he was fighting for the leadership and representation of the people of that county, and that is okay as it goes.
Honorable Senators, because we only have 2 minutes to go, as part of your final remarks, perhaps you could respond to this question from Joe Dundo. Like Isama says, is it possible for the President to revoke the appointment since it has brought controversy? As part of your
my take on it is
final remarks.
Is this way. The President is well advised to reconsider in the same manner he reconsidered Mutudo's appointment, so that the due process is seen to be followed for us to bring the country together. The only reason why he would refuse to go this route is the question of personal ego. His ego, if it is going to hurt the country, then it's better that good people that he listens to, like Senator Wamatangi, Kimani, go to him and tell him, no, on this one, you have misfired. Otherwise, it will take only two dimensions. The first one is that a court of law is going to pronounce that the president was wrong. Then he'll be stuck with it the way he has been stuck with the Judicial Service Commission appointees who he revoked. He'll be stuck with it. The other one, the last limb that could happen, and I'm very serious, is that because we are talking about resources, controlling resources, these chairs go to control resources at various levels. You can find the country is becoming ungovernable because people now start thinking their personal problems, real or imagined, are because of the government. And people can go to the streets. You do not have enough askaris to control 40 million Kenyans.
Yeah. That is incitement.
As far as revocation of the appointments is concerned, I would only want to ask our people to be tolerant. Kenyans to learn to accommodate each other, led by us, the political leaders, such that when Mwakazi is appointed to a particular office in this land, as long as you have enough, you don't have enough people to build wind around you and make enough noise and create acrimony around your appointment. And when my colleague here is appointed, because he has enough people to do the opposite, then he can definitely come and bedevil your appointment by creating all the bad blood and all the negative publicity and all the noise that is possible, that is possible to make, because you are a Kenyan, he is a Kenyan, I'm a Kenyan. I said when we started this show, the question we should ask ourselves is, this person who has been appointed to this office, is he able to deliver for the good of the Republic of Kenya for us now and for generations to come? Now, if that person is capable of delivering, and he is one of us, we must give him support for that short period. And you know what? Some of those appointments are only 9 months long. 9 months. And we are creating a political tsunami around a 9-month appointment. Within 9 months, those seats will be up for grabs. And so what I would...
Which is illegal. The Act contemplates only 3 years, not 9 months. It's breaking the law.
What I would want to request and to appeal to our people is, let us run this country. Us not meaning us, meaning all of us. We are all in this together. All of us. From the person in the village, to the person in this city, to the person who sits in a legislative office like my colleague here, Senator Khalwale. This boat rides with all of us. We must play our part. Be tolerant of each other. Be supportive of one another. When you get a chance, let me celebrate you, Mwakazi. Let me celebrate you, my brother. And we say that this is your chance. Please do your best during your run for this country. And when you hand over the baton to me, I'll do my best when my turn comes. Other than all of us then becoming augurs that eat each other.
Many thanks. Perhaps before we wind up, Wamatangi, your final remarks.
I think the debate was good to start the year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I enjoyed it.
Yes. Okay. So thank you so much, Honorable Senators.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much as well for your questions and being part of the Power Breakfast Show. My name is Johnson Mwakazi, and of course,
Bonny Khalwale.
And Senator Wamatangi Kimani.
All right. Let's meet tomorrow again for another bigger show. Thank you so much indeed. All the best.